Hi, everyone. Michael Murphy here with the Murphy team at Long and Foster Real Estate in Westchester and Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Well, I thought I'd drop you a quick video email today. Make it a short one, headed into the Thanksgiving holiday, and certainly want to start by wishing you and your families all a very happy Thanksgiving. Hope that you're doing well. Considering all the challenges that us Americans have faced here in 2020, but I hope that you have much to be thankful for, much to be grateful for, as do we. So, Thanksgiving is of course, one of the favorite holidays of the whole year. Certainly for me and my family, it will be a little bit different this year, but it's still one of my favorite holidays. And, I was thinking you got to give the Pilgrims and the Indians credit, going all the way back to 1621 to come up with such a great idea. But the only thing they really botched up was when they added the idea of making us watch the Detroit Lions play football on Thanksgiving. I don't know when they came up with that, but that's a really bad idea. So the only political comment I'll make in this video today is that President-elect Biden, like all presidents, has this long list of things he's going to do on day one. But if I were him, great way to bring Americans together would be on day one to write a presidential decree banning the Detroit Lions from playing football on Thanksgiving Day. I think everybody could go along with that. And then if he was really smart, he'd slip a rider into that saying that he's also banning daylight savings time. So I think that's something that we could all agree on. And I know in this politically sensitive climate, you have to apologize after every joke like that. So let me apologize to both of the Detroit Lion fans for that joke. Anyway, again, hope you have a great Thanksgiving. So thought we'd do a quick review today of things to be thankful for from a real estate perspective. And the list is actually quite long. So let's go through this real quickly. Well, low interest rates are definitely at the top of the list. My gosh, we're at literally historic interest rates at the time of this video. The average 30-year fixed rate for a mortgage is at 2.65%. On top of that, think of all the people that have been able to take advantage of refinancing their homes. So the interest rates are absolutely incredible for really, when you think about it, both buyers and sellers, right? For buyers, it increases their buying power. For sellers, it's a big part of what's driving this phenomenal demand for housing. So it's awesome. One question that we get quite commonly is, well, how much longer can this really hot market sustain itself, and what's going to happen in the future? Well, when you start to talk about the future, you do have to think about how long will interest rates be low. And obviously, here at the Murphy team, none of us are professional economists, but we do a lot of reading on this. And I wanted to share this one graph with you, this one slide. This is from the Mortgage Bankers Association chief economist, where he's predicting what will happen with 30-year interest rates going through to 2023. And you can see a gradual increase starting at some point in 2021. Now, for those of you that are my age, you're looking out to 2023 here and saying, oh, okay, what's the big deal? 3.9% compared to some of the rates that we paid. I think Sue and I's first home was mortgaged somewhere around 14%. It's not really a big deal in the historic scheme of things, but keep in mind that every 1% increase in a 30-year mortgage rate impacts your purchasing value by about 10%. There's a lot of specifics that have to go into that, but to put it into perspective, for a buyer today that could afford a $500,000 house, that means if they wait till 2023 and nothing else changes, their affordability drops to about $450,000. So that's the impact that interest rates have on affordability. The other thing to be thankful for is the economic recovery. I mean, it's just been incredible, whether you look at gross domestic product, you look at what's happened with the stock market recently, and even in the past couple of days. I stated unemployment here. Thank God the unemployment rate has been cut from April basically in half, from nearly 15% to October at 6.9%. So it's an incredible recovery. I don't know that many people could have predicted things would recover so strongly. So it's really good. And of course, the economy, the underlying economic conditions are ultimately what drives demand for housing. I listed here the coming COVID-19 vaccines. What these pharmaceutical companies have done or appear to be on the verge of doing is nothing short of remarkable. It's absolutely phenomenal. So kudos to them. And the reason I listed this is there's an interesting chart here that I want to share with you from Zillow. This is a survey that Zillow conducted, the 3 top reasons that homeowners are currently not putting their house on the market. Because if you think about it, there's been no better time to sell a house, certainly in the last 12 to 15 years. So why would you wait? And you can read the answers here. It's, life is too uncertain right now. COVID concerns, to me, those two things are clearly linked. And in fact, they're all linked with the financial uncertainty. So it's important to all of us, to get our lives back to being normalized, that the vaccine is effective and works, and we get to this quote unquote herd immunity that they're talking about. But specific to real estate in this video, it's really important because we need homeowners to get comfortable. And frankly, we need more inventory in the pipeline right now. And for those of you that have watched our videos before, you know what we're talking about. So I'm going to go into that right now. What's continuing is the story with low housing inventory. Okay, it's great for sellers, but most sellers need a home to buy, and it's an incredible challenge right now. This is a graph nationally from the past 12 months. Again, those of you that watch our videos, you're aware, but I'll remind you again that this indicates the number of months of inventory of homes. And you can see what's happened since May, when essentially real estate was shut down and opened back up. What's happened with the steep decline in months of inventory. The national number in September was 2.7 months. In Chester County, coming out of November, we were at 1.5 months of supply of inventory, incredibly low. And again, for those of you who've seen our videos before, you'll recall, as I mentioned up above, that a balanced market, balance between sellers and buyers, is close to 6 months. So we're far, far away from that. So this is definitely one of the biggest challenges. Again, great for sellers, not so great for buyers. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is new construction is on the way. We talked about that specifically in a separate market update, so really good for buyers. There's tons of new construction here going on in Chester County in a very wide price range. We've encouraged quite a few people to take a look at that. Yes, okay, you have to wait, 8-9 months depending on the situation you're in, but buying new construction provides a lot of certainty for you and takes a lot of things off the table, including getting into a bidding war to buy a home. So if you have an interest in that, again, reach out to us. Home values continue to increase. Obviously, housing is like any commodity, right? It's all based upon supply and demand. And right now, the demand's far in excess of the supply. So prices are going up. I think it's a real question about whether they're sustainable. Anything where the price keeps going up at such a higher rate than the wages are increasing is actually not sustainable for the long term. But in the interim period, those of you that are homeowners know that you've done quite well with your quote unquote investment in terms of buying a home. That leads to home ownership, and it continues to rise even in spite of the low inventory. The number would be higher if we had more inventory, but in spite of the low inventory, home ownership is at a 12-year high. And again, that makes sense. If you think about people that are renting now that want more space, people that have been having to homeschool children want more space, people that are working from home want more space, people that are living in big cities like Philadelphia, New York, we're actually seeing some flight from the city. So all these things are contributing to this phenomenal historic demand that we're seeing. And then the last thing I'll notice is, we're thankful that buyers are incredibly knowledgeable about the market. Well, what does that mean? Well, what that means is, unfortunately, buyers, when they first jumped in, they weren't so knowledgeable about the market. But once you've written your third or fourth or fifth offer on a home, you begin to learn that this is a market where you actually are in a bidding war. Unfortunately, not all, but many homes, you end up in a bidding war, and you learn what has to be done and the risks that need to be taken in order to win the bid. Not every buyer can tolerate that risk, and there's nothing wrong with that. We've certainly got some buyers that are going to sit on the sidelines until things change. But those that are in the market, they understand the market. They're incredibly knowledgeable about home values. When they walk into a home in a very short period of time, they know if a home is priced at fair market value for its condition or not very quickly. And then, with our help and with the help of other agents that are representing them, they're now understanding what it takes to successfully purchase a home. And again, not all homes, many homes, it's a significant challenge. So Anyway, that's our short wrap up for this month. Again, we thank everyone. We really appreciate all the feedback that we get from these videos. We thank all of our friends out there that are watching for your support. We thank all of our clients in 2020 for your support. It's been a phenomenal year here at the Murphy team at Long and Foster Real Estate, and we're very appreciative and very grateful for that. Thanks again. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we hope to talk to you soon. Take care.